and welcome back to the Landedkiller show. Today we're going to be talking about this YouTube memberships thing which Wargaming is pushing on us now. It's basically comes in 3 tiers. It's let's see, it should be right in here. Here we go. Essentially, we have 3 levels. This is the 99-cent level where you'll be getting combat missions with in-game resources. On Admiral level, this is the 199. Enable Historian, which is historical missions, which used to be available for just free. I just think this is a whole push just to get you to sit there and give them more money. Honestly, I thought super ships would have been enough for that. Seriously. You know, sometimes I wonder what would happen if these silly ships had normal economy instead of draining economy. Would people actually play them more or what? Honestly, I wish we could get the economy back that we used to have where you could actually get somewhere in the game without it taking forever. I was able to get 10 tier 10s one year at one point in 2018, but now they've changed things so much that you can't even get that anymore, pretty much. It's a mess. It's like, what happened to the game that we all loved, you know? It's just heartbreaking. Look at this, nobody else is playing a super ship in this but me. It's all bots. So I guess we have to fly around with the bots. And I've seen some reactions out of Flamu. I'm pretty sure Sea Lord Mountbatten will be making a video, and Flamu will be making a video on this. It's nuts. I mean, having memberships is nothing new. Some bigger YouTubers do it. It's just Roto Warships doing it when they already have multiple ways to monetize the game. That's really pissing me off, honestly. You already have random bundles, premium ships, premium time, premium battle pass. Actually 2 levels of battle pass, and premium time, advanced boosters, containers, special bundles, random bundles. There's like so many different ways they monetize the game already. I don't know why they needed to suddenly have more membership tiers. Have missions that used to be available for free be behind a paywall of $2.99 a month. I don't get it. It's just stupidity on their part. Honestly, your money would be better spent actually supporting creators like myself here who are actually trying to develop content across multiple channels, or Flamu, or Noncer, or Lord Zath, or Nozufu, whoever your favorite content creator is, you know, support them, you know, because some of them have Patreon, some of them don't. I recently started one because I'm doing a lot of work on these channels, and because it takes a lot of my time when I'm not out there working, because let's be frank, I'm working 2 jobs right now, and it's a hassle sometimes to just kind of get things done sometimes, you know, but I gotta get bills, I gotta pay. I don't have as much free time as I used to, so I'm doing the best that I can with what I got for you all. And like I've said multiple times over, just because a channel does not have a video on it does not mean that there's not videos going to be coming to that channel. But this was significant enough that I decided to just put out a video on it, because I find the whole situation with Wargaming to be hilarious at times, yet annoying at other times, with how many different ways they try to monetize the game. When it comes to super ships, I really just like the ones that are more normal, like this guy here. Doesn't have burst fire like Humphreys does, but eventually I do plan on getting Humphreys when I'm not so busy, you know? Yeah, this is just nuts. How much punishment this thing can take. It doesn't have a heal, otherwise that'd be better. Let's see here. Let's see if that'll... Like a good ship that can hold its own. I also need to start working on a captain for the ship. Just haven't had the time, you know? It's been nuts. A lot of people will obviously, you know, want there to be a ship review of some kind soon. I want to get back to doing that and not having to talk about the latest wargaming mess up. Honestly, there's too much going on right now if you've been paying attention to world events outside of the game. It's just like, it's draining to your mental health to spend too much time on Twitter, honestly. I think the best thing that we all can do is maybe take a break from social media for a while, because it doesn't hurt once in a while to take a break. So I encourage everybody watching, you know, take a break from the social media for a couple days. Just relax, find your inner peace, that kind of a thing. Honestly, for me, it's just, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing, just because there's been too much news going on that's in the negativo. I'm just trying to stay on the positive. Want to see my progress with Dyson? I'll show you that. I'm only at building phase 8. I bought probably about a couple of phases. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish this one in time this time around, just because things are a little bit tighter than usual. Maybe I will. It's just it's gonna take some time. And again, you got this bugging me to purchase phases. Oh, I don't have barely enough money to get through this week already. You think I have money to give you guys? It's not the old days. Ugh. I wish they'd let you preview it in port. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that the wargaming we have today is not the same wargaming we had in 2018, and things in this game are just nutsies right now. As for grinds, I'll show you guys kind of what I've been grinding lately, what I really want to get done this year. Before the year ends, I want to try to get this guy, get this to tier 10, get the Kremlin, work this up to get Louisiana, finish my Adriatico grind so I can actually get the tier 10. I finish this guy. See how there's so many ships that have been waiting for a while to get to tier 10? Honestly, I'm wondering which line I should really focus on out of these ones. My hunch tells me get Louisiana, just because you don't know when the super ship for that's going to drop. I might have jet fighters for all we know. I think I might just focus and try to get Louisiana after I get tier 10 for this line, for the Adriatico line. It's been a while since we pulled Adriatico in a battle. Let's put this in here. So I'm going to address why I started a Patreon rather than waiting for a while to start one. The main reason for starting a Patreon was just the cost of maintaining the channels, actually, because things have gotten tighter, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really tight first week of the month here in May, and I gotta sit there and pay my tabs come June. Lucky me, am I right? Yeah, so many costs of living, and it's just ridiculous. And we got bank failures out there going on and all this other stuff. It's just nuts. That's kind of another reason why I'm taking a break, because I would rather wait until it affects me, because I'm tired of hearing the negativity and all that, you know? Sipping on some really good tea that you get from Costco in like one of those large things. It's not actually that bad. It's like English tea or whatever. It's got a nice kind of a flowery aroma taste. It's a little bit of an Earl Grey, kind of a taste to it, just a little bit. Not too much though. Pretty much a light taste of that, like a lighter Earl Grey with like a flowery sort of taste to it. Speaking of Earl Grey, for those wondering what happened to him in the community, he basically turned into an activist for the war on Russia's side, pretty much. That's kind of what happened to his butt. Otherwise, Warships community largely ignores him because he's just talking out his ass anyway. At this point, you know, I'm just like, whatever. Used to respect Earl actually back in the day before he became a propaganda machine. But yeah. But the point of this video is just to say, hey, you want to help me out by supporting my Patreon? You guys go ahead and do that. If not, it's alright. I understand. But for the most part, I'm just going to keep trying to truck on as normal. Just understand that videos aren't going to be put out once a week on the other channels because I'm working so many hours. But this channel and racing, I'm going to try to keep weekly content on them at least. And if there's time, another video or two. It's just that things are tight right now and I'm having to work to actually get this stuff, you know, actually have money to pay my bills. Like, to be honest, I don't like having to work all the time, and I wish I had more free time to make content, but circumstances are circumstances, honestly. And you can't change what you got going on. Jeez, so many torpedoes. Shit. So many torpedoes. Yeah, this is like trying to dodge that right here. So many, barely getting through. Here's what I will say about management of money. Just as a quick aside, you want to try to save at least 10% every month and that sort of thing, and you don't want to ever overspend at all because then you're going to be in a rut and you're going to have to try to get yourself out of a rut. And that's the problem with ships, is that if I were to try to keep up right now and get every single ship and every single thing, I would be having to go out maybe $300-400. No joke. To for sure guarantee getting SAR tender and everything else. That's why I just kind of ignored the Brisbane event, because I honestly was already strapped for cash during that time and I didn't really have time to grind. That's another reason why I just kind of didn't really care about that event. The problem with the current events is they're way too grindy and you need tons of time in order to even do them, be viable. Oh, he got me. I don't like the fact that events or that missions that used to be free, mainly the historical ones, are being locked behind a paywall of $3 a month. And having to link your Wargaming account to your YouTube account? Are you kidding me? Data laws, data privacy. Does nobody care about these things? Maybe I'm a dinosaur when it comes to that argument. I don't know. But here we'll pop open Army. I'll kind of show you guys where I'm at with this this little event here, so you can see that I've rolled half of the bundles here. Whatever the calculation is, you can calculate that, but that's already a large amount there. And then this right here, I've already done 32 out of 111. And I'm at around 965 tokens. If there's enough time, I'll try to get to the 3,000, but I don't think there's enough time. I think this event ends. Yeah. Basically says it ends with the release of 12.4. So that basically means in a couple of weeks here it's going to end. 2 weeks, I think. I'm not in a rush. I think I'll just try to cash out for tokens here before the event ends. You know what I'm saying? Cash out on a bunch of these tokens and get something like this. We'll see. Like 2 signals a piece. You gotta be kidding me. Definitely get Rio de Janeiro if you get enough tokens over Jura. Jura's okay, but Rio de Janeiro is more strong in our tier. I don't expect to be getting SAR tender anytime soon from anything, so it is what it is. You can see that since the time of the Italian destroyer release, I've only been able to gather up this much XP on Adreticum because I've been putting all my free XP towards the silly early access event. I haven't had it build up to where I can actually get the tier 10 here. But yeah, point of this is to say, wargaming, stop monetizing so much. It's getting annoying. People would like to just have a break from it, but you guys keep pushing it. You're going to drive way more customers. You guys know the rest. I want to get this cool guy eventually. I'm buying getting super ships, but I hate that the cost for running them is so high. Honestly, it's kind of discouraging when you think about it. And I have a nasty suspicion that this is going to go to here for some odd reason by the time next year. Because when they display this, it's like a comma, like there's going to be another something something here. I wouldn't rule out a tier 12 is what I'm saying. Not this year, but probably next year. I'm thinking they're going to start introducing some tier 12s. Hopefully I'm wrong on that, but we'll see. I can easily see them going here, here, and then another tier right here. I don't know. But for the meantime, you know, take care everyone and be safe out there. These are really, really crazy times. Well, I hope this video gives you a nice update as to where I'm at in my progress in the game and kind of my thoughts on the whole monetization of YouTube memberships. I think creators should be supported before you start tossing more money at Wargaming, in all honesty. Especially creators that actually take time to put out good content. Like Euro really puts a lot of editing time into those videos of his. They'll really drop Euro some support when you get a chance. The editing, all that stuff, it's got to take many, many weeks of editing. I wish I had the time in my hands, but he's going across a couple different programs to do that. As for my content, if you want to support me, drop a like, share the video, subscribe, or contribute into the Patreon. The Patreon is basically laid out in a couple different tiers. There's like a $3 tier, which helps buy me a monster or whatever. The $5.50 tier, which is getting your name in the credits, exclusive Discord access, and I believe it's the monthly Q&A. If it's not that, then it's the $15 one. I will retool it as necessary, I suppose, because I noticed that maybe I've gone too high on some of the tiers. I've already adjusted it down once. I might just do so again. We'll see. I'll have to rename a couple things, change some things around, but the tiers with limits on them are having limits on them just due to my time limitations at the current time. If in the future things take off and we're able to have more free time on my hands, then there won't be so many limitations on that. But Patreon's out there if you want. Main channel, I guess, now is MVVMRL. Check that out sometime, and hope you all have a great day. Man, this video's been a bit long, hasn't it?